So this is the Silversky SE. 4 months on, probably 35 gigs, something like that. Maybe not 35, maybe 34 and a half, I don't know. Dragon fruit colour. I got it from Anderton's. I kept watching Danish Pete play them, and really, to me, this is the Danish Pete signature guitar more than the John Mayer. I do love John Mayer's music, by the way. First time I heard John Mayer, I was at college. This was about 2003, and I went to college to do music. Back to the guitar. I bought the guitar. It came in a box. There were screws loose. There was a screw loose here. There was a screw loose there. The jack input was loose, and there was a little dent on the fretboard. So I did this tour with a group called Fast Love, and we did a show somewhere down south. It was a lovely place, home to the UK's biggest Weatherspoons. We found out, and there was something wrong with the heating system. And just at that time, the stage, even with the lights on, was 0 degrees. So it was proper cold, and all the singers were on stage with their big coat, on the side of the stage in the wings with their big coats on. My guitar neck moved. It wasn't good. Something happened to the neck on this, and it was bending forward from the 9th fret onwards. So the week after, I was invited to go to a guitar show locally in Nuneaton. So I went there, and there was some of my old students who've now got a guitar company called Taverners Guitars, and I'll source guitars for you. They sell guitars, and they always come out great. So they'll set up their guitars. They don't just kind of get a guitar and sell it to you. They check it all out and make sure it's perfect before you get it. They're all used guitars, but they are lovely. And I took this with me, and I just gave it to them and said, "Look, Can you sort my guitar out for me, please?" And they got me to come around and have a look at it. And basically, all these frets here were bigger than the frets down here, and that was what was causing the problem. So we had quite a significant issue with the frets. The problem it was causing was the buzzing. All the neck was buzzing around about here. So these kind of frets. So they had to literally flatten the truss rod out and shave all the frets. So that's not good. That's not what you want to be getting from your Paul Reed Smith. I've met Paul Reed Smith, and he's a really interesting guy to meet. He's very passionate about building guitars, and he wouldn't stand for it if he found out. So I'll try and get it signed by him next time he's in the country, and I'll tell him what happened and see what he thinks. Because it's strange. I don't know. I don't think it was. I think something happened to the action in the cold, and then further on to that, it exposed this problem. Because I did want, to be fair, the action was quite high, and I just got on with it when I bought the guitar. But really, I should be able to set it up how I want it. I mean, I've got 2 Chinese guitars that I've been able to do that with, and I've got, any guitar you should be able to do that with, really, if it's working correctly. So PRS, they're my favourite brand of guitar. I'm just going to put that out there. I love PRSs. They're just perfect. I do think they have a vibe. And I've had a few Gibsons. I've got another Gibson coming on the way, because I do like having a Gibson in the arsenal. But these are still my favourite kind of guitar. They do everything better, I think. But yeah, it's still a great guitar. So resonant. I use this all the time. Like most gigs, I've got this with me. It's just great. Tens. Someone had to do it. So yeah, it's I recommend PRS's. Just check it out. If you do get one that's not quite right, like I did, send it back. People like Andertons are brilliant at dealing with stuff like this. I've bought guitars from them before. I bought guitars from Guitar, PMT. All of those companies are just brilliant at dealing with it. That's why I go to them. I bought a Taylor from PMT. It cost me £1,500 and it didn't work when I plugged it in. And there was a problem with the electrics right from the box. So I took it back to PMT. They just got another one out and said, do you like this one? And I tried them out, and these are like 4 Series Taylors. They're decent, and they sorted it out. I bought a Les Paul from PMT. This was a long time ago. It was a Les Paul Classic, lovely guitar. We had dry solder going on. Took it back to PMT. This was within a few days of having it, and they solved it. So you know, I should have done that really with Andertons, because they are a great company to get stuff from. And I've bought loads of things from them in the past, and everything tends to be spot on. So I don't know, I think it was just a Friday guitar. If I ever get around to giving this a name, I'm going to call it Friday, because I reckon it was made on a Friday, probably about 4:45. But it's a keeper. It's still great.